It's now time for us in the news hour to turn our attention to the nation of Morocco, who suffered its most lethal earthquake in over 60 years on Friday. Rescue workers from several countries have been searching through the rubble in the Atlas Mountains near Marrakesh, and agencies are trying to meet the practical needs of survivors. And the death toll is continuing. More than 2,800 people are now known to have lost their lives, and a similar number thought to have been injured. Sat7 is a Christian charity who broadcasts messages of faith and hope on television and radio across the Middle East and North Africa. And George Makeen has been with them for more than 20 years and recently has been working on programmes to be broadcast into the quake region in a local dialect. He spoke to Premier's Ros Mayfield about their response.
Once we heard about this news, we asked people for prayers, and that was posted on our social media platforms immediately, telling people that this is the situation and just asking for God's mercy and intervention. Followed by that, we started to have to prepare for programs. One of them is going to be filmed tomorrow, contacting people on the ground, asking them how they feel, and asking the world to understand the measure, how big is the situation, and what is the people, not just practical needs, but also spiritual and emotional needs. Also, we are going to have a live show this Saturday, talking about the situation and asking people to allow people to speak about their pain and how they feel. One of the great initiatives that I saw coming, there's lots of tensions between Algeria and Morocco politically. People are not allowed to travel between these neighboring countries, and there's kind of not hatred, but there's they are enemies in reality. So we started to see the believers in Algeria raising prayers and sending messages of encouragement and support to the people of Morocco, and that is a great thing to see. I don't think any other platform or media would think of that or highlight something like this, that an enemy in a way, the Good Samaritan is sending you that message of love and support coming from a country to another. And that is an amazing thing that we wanted to highlight and show. So this, some of these prayers, we are filming and recording when the initiative reached us, and we asked our teams in social media and on television to broadcast them, so that it encourages people to understand that even those whom you think care the less about you care and send you these prayers and support.
That's really beautiful. And how can we on Premier be praying for the work that you're doing and obviously the people who are affected?
My prayers for the people, and if you can call your followers to pray the same, that people to understand that if I have one wish is to communicate with people that God's love is guaranteed. We are guaranteed to have his blessings, his love, his assurance, regardless what is happening in our life. What is happening in our life is just a matter of being used by God to confirm that love and that peace that he granted us. Of course, it's difficult to tell that to a person who's suffering or a person who's sleeping in the street. I wish people can feel that through our messages, through our support, and through the good gestures and touch from good people who are reaching those who are in pain by support and by aids and by practical support. At the same time, I pray that the programs that we are producing, and Sat7 is wish to increase in the coming few years to support Christians and Christian community there, continue to reach more viewers, not to be impacted much by what is happening, and that more people will find meaning in these programs. Because at the end of the day, we are not telling people to follow a doctrine or to follow a religion, but we are telling them that in such chaotic world, and in such life that sometimes you suffer to find a meaning, there is really a security, and there is really a meaning in a God that loved you so much, to the point that when you accept that love in your heart, the situation around you will not mean much to you. Of course, we will still, we are humans. We are weeping sometimes, we are laughing sometimes, we wish for the best all the times, but it is a great assurance that you have this anchor in your heart that you are loved and you're accepted, and regardless what's happening, then we will discuss what is happening later. But find that assurance in Jesus Christ is something that we really want everyone to hear about.
George Makeen from Sat7, a Christian charity broadcasting across the Middle East and North Africa, including to the quake-affected area of Morocco in their local dialect, giving encouragement and scriptural hope, speaking there to Premier's Ros Mayfield.